Welcome, ma'am.
Come in.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Shubham.
Thank you, sir.
Please.
Yes, ma'am.
Shubham, introduce yourself.
My name is Shubham. I hail from Gwalior, Madhya Pradesh. I have done my graduation in civil engineering from IIT BHU Varanasi, and I have been living in Delhi for the past 2 years, where I have also been working for an edtech company as an academic mentor for civil services aspirants. And so my hobbies include watching documentaries on space exploration, reading Veera's Hindi poetry, and I love playing cricket.
Okay. Space.
Yes, ma'am.
So it is said that space is ever expanding.
Yes, ma'am. It is that.
Till where it will expand?
Till where it will expand? That I don't know, but Edwin Hubble said that there was a big bang, and I think the expansion of space has been taking place since then. I think it will expand till eternity, but there are counter views also that it will contract also in after a certain point of time. There are both kind of views, ma'am.
What is the wormhole theory?
Wormhole theory. It suggests that there are certain bending in space and time that allows someone to travel from one point to the other in a very in a moment due to the curvature of the space that is there.
So the curvature of the space actually also indicates the curvature in time.
Space, since space and time are bound in a fabric, so since if one curves, the other also curves. So this is my understanding of space time.
Okay. So what is the difference between standard model of reality and the model given by Einstein?
Standard model. This one, are you talking about the classical model of physics? Yes, ma'am. It didn't the classical model of physics, which was given by the previous scientists before before Sir Einstein. It didn't factor in the nature of the reality where space and time are both interrelated. It was thought of gravity as a force, but after the Einstein gave his theory, it is better understood that gravity is not a force, but where it is when a massive object bends the space around itself. So that is my understanding of this.
Space-time matrix.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So which movies do you recommend? And recommend 5 space exploration documentaries.
Space exploration. My favorite is Interstellar. Second is The Martian. Third is The Moon. Then The Gravity. And fourth one is a sci-fi movie, but I like Star Trek. Ma'am.
Star Trek. Which one?
All of them, the new generation.
So which character would you like to be in a Star Trek?
Captain Kirk.
Captain Kirk.
Yeah, I will like to be a captain of a ship if I am in a movie like that.
So what can you learn from Captain Kirk? 3 things.
3 things. The first one is his handling of pressure situations well. There are always as it happens in movies, there are certain enemies that they are in certain situations come up immediately, and he is able to hold up the pressure, absorb the pressure, and take his team forward. The second is the leadership that he has, as he is the captain. He has to manage a huge crew on his spaceship. And the third one, maybe the good human relations that he keeps within his organization or with his subordinates. Ma'am.
Okay. So you also like to recite poems?
Yes, ma'am. I like to read poetry, ma'am.
Do you also recite?
Yes, ma'am. I can recite poetry from Veera's. Should I? Yes, ma'am. This is the poetry of Shama, which was written by Dinkarji, the Rashtrakavi Dinkarji. Okay, I will recite it. क्षमा शोभती उस भुजंग को जिसके पास गरल हो, उसको क्या जो दंतहीन विषरहित विनीत सरल हो। 3 दिवस तक पंथ मांगते रघुपति सिंधु किनारे, पढ़ते रहे छंद अनुनय के प्यारे प्यारे। उत्तर में जब एक नाद भी उठा नहीं सागर से, उठी अधीर धधक पौरुष की आग राम के शर से। Should I give its meaning to you? Okay.
So you believe that a little bit of bravery is required in civil services also?
Yes, ma'am, I believe it is so, ma'am, because the courage, the heroism, the patriotism that is there in the Veera's poems is needed for a civil servant. There will be adversities in front of him, there will be challenges, but still he has to keep himself and his team motivated. So there, I think this will be very well used now.
Okay, so recently there was this issue of sub-categorization of reservation. Summarize that issue in 1 minute. The background and the current status.
Yes, ma'am. The background is that the reservation which was introduced with Mandal Commission, and also before that in the SC, ST and OBC reservation, there was findings that some communities within those broad OBC or SC, ST communities were far behind than the other communities. For example, I can give you a data that around 20% of the OBCs use around 94% of the get benefits of 90% of the reservation. So it was said that few communities which are backward should be given a separate status within the vertical reservation that we have. We should give them horizontal reservation within that bracket. And recently caste census has been going on in Bihar that I think indicates towards a subcategorization in future.
Who can do the sub-categorization based reservation? Center, state, courts?
Ma'am, for the central list, center can do it, but states are also allowed to do it, and it is there in where there is extreme backward classes quota in Rajasthan and in Karnataka, as far as I can remember. But for center vacancies, center can do it, subcategorization. Yes, sorry.
On what basis do you think the states will do it? Practical. Don't tell me the ideological or the idealist.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me how this policy will pair out
practically. Ma'am, states first of all will, I think, prioritize vote banks, that dominant vote banks that they have. For example, in Bihar, there is a case that Yadavs will get certain benefits out of that, but that is purely political. In pragmatic terms, those who are really backward will come out in the caste census then that we carry out, that will show in exact data that how much which community is backward. So I don't think that they can hide that data and give reservation to dominant communities if there are communities. These are both kind of views.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Shubham.
Yes, sir.
You have done civil engineering, right?
Yes, sir.
Then why aren't you following the career path which has suggested by your course?
Civil engineering.
Yeah.
So I can give you a brief background about me. So my father served in the defense services and he retired as a Havaldar. So there was always that spirit of serving the society, and I appeared for the defense services examination, cleared the NDA. I was recommended for it, but since civil services give me a better direct path to serve my nation, so that's why I chose it. It gives a diverse opportunity. So civil engineering, I thought I kept it as a backup when I went to the IIT. But if I may not be successful in the NDA or in the civil service, then I'll have some good graduation that can help me in the future career. So that is why my main focus was always to serve the nation.
You had applied for NDA, got selected.
Yes, sir.
You didn't join.
No, sir, I didn't.
You did your civil engineering, but you don't want to become a civil engineer.
Yes, sir.
Right? You want to join the civil services.
Yes, sir.
So why didn't you join the army when your father was in the army?
Yes, sir. So that is true that I didn't join the NDA and not, the civil engineering. But as I said, that my graduation was as a backup, that if I falter in the end, I got into IIT and then I got into NDA. So I was ready to leave IIT to go serve in the National Defense Academy. But as I was advised by the senior members of the commanding officer of my father's unit, my father also, and one of my seniors in the NDA himself suggested that if your goal is to serve, then in the defense you will be able to serve only in one capacity, that is to defend the nation. But there are various challenges that is going on in our country, and I think they need more focus and more, your talent will be better utilized there. So that was one encouragement for me. And my personal thing is that the ultimate aim for me was to serve the society. I think that will be done here in more diverse capacity by me and more directly serve.
Most of the civil services candidates, when they are asked this question, they say they want to solve the problem of the society.
Yes, sir.
And we have been independent for last 75 years. The problems have not been solved. What is the reason? Everybody says that he will change the society, he will sort out the challenges, but nothing has been sorted out. In fact, they are increasing. What is the reason?
So I think there were a lot of challenges when we were newly independent. We were not even. There was a lot of problems of the unity of the nation. There were a lack of education, huge poverty. But I think we have come forward. We cannot dismiss that we have not come here. A lot of like we were our mortality rate was very high at that point of time, and our life expectancy was around 30 years. But now it is around, if I am right, it is around 70 years. So I think I think 65 years. So I think we have improved certain bit. There are various challenges due to the which we have to counter, but I don't think that nothing has been done for the past 5 years. If we go on the path that we are now for the reformation and the social welfare society that we want to create, I think we need good civil servants for that.
Okay. Any two challenges which you think society is facing, and you will how will you solve them?
So if I can see in my surrounding, there is a challenge of pollution all over the India, majorly in the Delhi, where a lot of people live. The major cause of that problem is vehicular emission, and 50% of the particulate matter emerge from the vehicles. The second is the seasonal problem of stubble burning and other problems from construction activities. So the thing that we do not focus upon is the congestion that is there, the huge population due to which there is a huge vehicular emission.
Okay, so causes we know. You
Yes,
give me solution to this.
There's a solution. Yes,
yeah.
please. Yes, sir. The solution to this problem is we have to build the capacity of the tier 2 cities that are nearby. For example, we cannot just concentrate our entire effort on the NCR region. We need to develop for example, the home city that I come from, Gwalior. A lot of out migration is taking place from Gwalior and from the nearby Bundelkhand region to these cities. So if we reduce the load on these cities, the problems of pollution, overcrowding, traffic will eventually be solved by that.
So don't you think the people who are already sitting in those chairs, they are not thinking about these suggestions which you had given?
No, sir, they are thinking about
why aren't they doing it?
So there are plans, and I think it is in motion that Gwalior will be developed as a counter magnet city to Delhi NCR, and there are other cities like Jaipur, like Lucknow, and other small cities which are nearby, which will be developed. But I think there is a lack of political will, or there is a lack of coordination between these cities, because on one hand there are multiple parties which are ruling. For example, AAP is ruling the Delhi and Punjab, and the nearby states are being ruled by BJP. So when there is a policy formulation, there is a lack of consensus that takes place. So that is, I think, one reason for that.
Okay, I have one last question.
Yes, sir.
Have you heard about Saint Martin Island?
Saint Martin Island.
Yeah.
Sorry, sir, I am not aware about that.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
You've done engineering.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure you know maths you must as statistics, mathematics.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Please tell me how they are different.
Different. So the statistics uses maths in I'm not able to articulate it very well, but statistics uses maths to and data. Sir, I'm not sorry, I cannot articulate it very well, sir.
Can I tell you?
Yes, sir. So sure. I'm ready to read.
Simple. Mathematics is calculation.
Okay, sir.
Statistics is estimation.
Estimation. Okay, sir. Thank you for letting me know.
Okay. You know this mean and standard deviation and things like that?
Yes, sir, I know that.
I give you a series. You calculate the standard deviation. Okay. I give you a series,
Yes, sir.
a data set, you calculate the standard deviation.
Okay, sir.
Now I'm telling you, add 2,
Add 2.
and then tell me the standard deviation of the new series without having to calculate.
Okay. So add to all the data points. Okay, sir.
And tell me the new standard deviation without having to calculate, because I will not give you so much of time.
Yes, sir. Sir, if everything, there won't be a change in standard deviation if the same thing is
Suppose I
added.
multiply by 2.
So then there will be certain, because
So, are you just throwing, or you have some reason to say?
sir, the deviation. I have reason that the deviation suggests the amount there is a variable. The amount the data is changing from a common average. How much the data is varying. So that is what says
Can you
standard.
give me the answer from properties of standard deviation? Standard deviation has got some properties.
Yes, sir. I know the formula, but I'm not able to recall the properties of the standard deviation. Sorry, sir.
Tell me, what chapter in statistics you are comfortable with?
Statistics. So I didn't focus much on statistics. I just read it in 11th and 12th. In my engineering, statistics was not a subject that we were taught. So
Okay, maths is fine.
yes, sir, maths is fine.
Can you prove me minus 2 into minus 3 is plus 6?
The proof of -2
Let me repeat. Minus 2
into -3 is.
multiplied by minus 3 is plus 6. This can be proved by the way.
Yes, sir. It can be proved mathematically, but I don't know how to approach this solution. I can give that minus.
So one question I'm asking, I am sure you know the answer. Difference between arithmetic and algebra. There's a difference?
Sorry, sir, I'm not able to.
No, this I expected from you.
Arithmetic and algebra.
Okay, so geometry and trigonometry.
Geometry and trigonometry. Trigonometry relies on the triangles, properties of the triangles.
Geometry doesn't rely on triangle.
Geometry is wider than the, I think, trigonometry.
Trigonometry is wider than geometry. You can conceptualize negative angle.
Okay, sir.
You cannot conceptualize a negative angle in geometry.
Sorry, sir, I'm not aware.
It is alright.
Okay, sir.
At your age, I also didn't know this.
There has been some time since my graduation, so I think I need to brush up on those things. Thank you.
See, if you do not know these things, when you will get married, you will have a son or a daughter,
Yes, sir.
you will have tough time.
Okay, sir. I'll brush them up again.
So better brush up.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shubham,
Yes, sir.
Kaurav,
Yes, sir.
Mahabharata, the war was between Kauravas and Kauravas.
Yes, sir.
Justify my statement.
So the Kaurav, the root of the word is from Kuru. It denotes that there is that we come from the dynasty or the lineage of Kuru. So since both Pandavas and Kauravas were from the same lineage, as Pandu and Dhritarashtra were brothers.
But you said both Pandavas and Kauravas.
So
Why do we call Pandavas separately and Kauravas? They were also Kauravas
Yes,
because they were from Kuru dynasty, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
So we should call them Kauravas.
Yes,
so
sir.
Shubham Kauravas, Ashubham Kauravas.
Yes, sir.
Am I right? Should
Yes.
we call them Shubham Kauravas, Ashubham Kauravas? Your name is Shubham.
Yes, sir.
Shubham Kauravas, Pandavas, those who were for right path, and Ashubham Kauravas, Janami Dharmam Nachame Pravatti.
Okay, sir.
Right?
Sir,
So,
yes, sir.
what is your suggestion? Historians should use the term Kauravas or Pandavas and Kauravas?
Sir, Pandavas can be used in the context that to distinct the both groups of the.
Then they should be called Dhartarashtas. They are sons of Dhritarashtra.
Yes, sir.
If they were sons of Pandus, then they should have called Dhartarashtas, isn't it?
Both of them Dhritarashtra. No, sir.
No.
Only the Kauravas.
Kauravas, the
Yes,
so-called Kauravas,
Yes, sir.
were the sons of Dhritarashtra,
Yes, sir.
and Pandu's sons were Pandavas.
Yes, sir.
So the Mahabharata war was between Kauravas and Pandavas. What is your suggestion? Should we call, or should you suggest historians that to use these terms?
Sir, I think the term Pandavas was only used in the context of Mahabharata war. After the war, when the grandson of Arjun, the king Parikshit, was was the king, he was termed as Kaurav king. in the Atharva Veda of the. So the lineage continues to be the Kaurav because it was just I think a temporary thing that they were to distinct themselves. The Pandavas
So
were.
expansion of universe, like I'll not ask technical question, but one philosophical question to you.
Yes, sir.
Universe is expanding because your hobby is there.
Yes, sir.
But where will it expand? There must be space out of the universe. So if there is a something out of the universe, it means universe is already there before the expansion of universe.
Yes, sir.
Because nothing can expand in
Nothingness. Yes.
nothingness.
Yes, sir.
There must be something, like for example, I'm expanding my hands.
Yes, sir.
It means there is a space.
Yes,
Right, there is a space, and that outside space is not nothing. That is also part of universe. So will it not lead to contradiction that universe is expanding, and to expand something there must be there that is also included in universe?
Yes, sir.
So what is your
I
take on
don't think that analogy will hold because there is space, but I don't think since there are higher dimensions also, maybe it is not the space that it is expanding. It might be expanding it into something else, into itself. I'm not very aware about this, but I think.
Okay, very light question I wish to ask.
Yes, sir.
Gwalior and Varanasi. You belong to that Gwalior, but you studied in Varanasi.
Yes, sir.
Historically, obviously, Varanasi is one of the, you would say, the oldest city in the world.
Yes, sir.
Right? Historically speaking, what type of, or historically, culturally, what type of similarities and dissimilarities you find in these two cities?
Yes. First, the similarity is that Varanasi is way older than Gwalior. Gwalior was only established in the 6th century, but Varanasi is a Mahajanpad itself. The Kashi was the Mahajanpad, and the similarities is that there's a rich culture of music in both of the cities. Gwalior is termed as a UNESCO city of music, and there is also Bharat Ratna Shri Bismillah Khan ji, who was a musician from Varanasi. The other similarities include the various temples, the age-old temples, like there is a Bateshwar temples near Gwalior, and similarly there are old temples near Varanasi. Both are educational centers in the areas of their vicinity. Gwalior in the Bundelkhand and the North Madhya Pradesh region, and Varanasi in the Purvanchal region. These are similarities. The dissimilarities are Varanasi is much more congested, I think, than Gwalior, and I think there is no big river which flows through Gwalior, but the Ganga Ji flows through Varanasi. These are the things I can currently recall, sir.
Okay. Shubham,
Yes, sir.
you have worked as a team lead in cane river erosion.
Yes, sir.
So, can you please tell me about cane Betwa link?
Yes, sir. So, it is a river linking project which will transfer excess water from the Ken river to the Betwa river, which is water deficient. It will provide irrigation facility to around 10 lakh hectare of the region. It will also create hydroelectric potential, and also aquaculture activity will be there in the Dodhan Dam reservoir, which will be created after damming the Ken river, sir.
Okay. So, you have said that watershed. You term it somewhere watershed.
Yes, sir. Watershed.
What is the difference between watershed and catchment of a river?
Watershed and catchment. So I'm not aware.
It's okay. What is your option is anthropology?
Yes, sir.
Can you please tell me about 4 important ideas which have changed the course of human history?
Very important.
4 ideas which have changed the course of human history.
So first was the discovery of fire by Homo erectus. Second was the invention of wheel. Third was the agricultural revolution that took place. And the last one is the recent discovery of atomic energy, sir. Yes, sir.
So, have you heard about one book about this anthropology, that is Sapiens.
Yes, sir. I have heard about it. It was by the author Yuval Noah Harari. Yes, sir.
Okay, in Sapiens,
Yes, sir.
as you named that agricultural revolution, it has changed the course of human history.
Yes, sir.
But this writer, he termed this agricultural revolution as the biggest fraud on earth. Agricultural revolution. Why he told that? In fact, in third chapter, he has written entire articles on that agricultural revolution is the biggest fraud on earth. Why he said that?
So I'm not exactly aware, but I can guess.
Yes.
So maybe because after the revolution that has taken place, the free nature of the humans, they were confined to one place, and there was after the revolution, the population pressure also increased in those areas. So that led to multitude of problems. This is, I think.
Okay, your hobbies are watching these movies, and you named Interstellar.
Yes, sir.
Who directed that?
Christopher Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what is the concept of black hole?
Sir, it is a place in universe where of infinite density and mass, where the gravity is also infinite. So it is created after a supernova, particularly when a sun, which is more than 2.5 the solar masses, it goes through a supernova and it collapses in itself. So that is when the black hole is formed. It sucks in everything that is around it. Even the sunlight cannot escape.
What is that stage of singularity?
The singularity. It is theorized that it is the center of the black hole where the space and time cease to exist.
Yes, sir. Do you have any idea about gravitational lens?
Gravitational lensing, yes, I have an idea. So when light from a very distant part of the universe reaches towards the earth, it is due to the gravity of the massive object like a galaxy or a star in between us and the distant object, it bends the light slightly. So that is how lensing takes place, and we can see the past. I think recently it was discovered that supernova, the evolution of supernova was studied. It was gravitationally lensed, and 4 images were formed of the supernova. So this is I'm aware.
Very good. My last question: name me 4 major missions, space missions.
Yes, sir.
Which is being initiated by our country.
Currently in development, sir.
Currently in development.
First is the Gaganyaan mission. Second is the Chandrayaan 4 mission. The Bharatiya Antariksha station that is being, and sir, fourth one. I'm not able to recall the fourth one, sir. Yes, sir.
Shubham,
Yes, ma'am.
so you have a small gap of 3 years from 2020 when your graduation ended
Yes,
to
ma'am.
2023
Yes, ma'am.
when you started with your internship. Why?
I was fully dedicated to my civil services preparation, but then I soon realized that I need to sustain myself also. So I started working for the edtech company. I didn't want to take, I don't want to be dependent on my father forever. So I thought ki since I have prepared very well, so I think I can dedicate some time towards a job or an internship. Yes.
Okay, so can you suggest any 3 economic reforms for the country which you think will make us achieve our goals?
Now, first of all, the most important is the reforms in the subsidies that we give. A lot of subsidy, be it for the fertilizer or other electricity subsidies in the agricultural sector, or the other kind of subsidies like in which we basically give money for free, or but we can divert that money to build the capacity of the people or to build infrastructure projects which will help in long term. This is the one thing. The second thing is our focus should be shifted from the services sector towards the manufacturing sector. We should not be dependent very much on the countries such as China, which has had a history of adversity towards us. So our dependence should be lessened, and that too in the strategic fronts of chip manufacturing and which are used in defense exports that we do. We should not be dependent on the input products from China. Can you give me a second to think of the third one? Well, one more thing is that we have a very low budget for research and development in various other. We lack in innovation. So I think the other countries like US and China are far ahead in their budget allocation. We need to factor in. We need to bring in the private sector because the majority of innovation that is taking place is being researched in IITs and other such institutions. But the private universities and the private companies are not doing that well. So we need to foster innovation in that way. There is no as such bracket for research and innovation. It is divided in various, for example, research in education and in health and other things. But I think it is around 2% of the GDP. If I am correct, I may be wrong. It is very low.
It's low.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So there is a women reservation debate.
Yes, ma'am.
And now we have an act. Do you think it is there should be a women reservation?
I think it is necessary, at least at the initial stages when the position of women is not that well. In terms of their representation in the Lok Sabha is only 14%. So the 33% reservation that will come with the women reservation will give that impetus, and it will also have that effect that political parties eventually in time will by themselves nominate more women members to fight elections.
So we can give it in political sphere, then why not in
Jobs.
and education institutes?
From the state which I come from, Madhya Pradesh, it gives a horizontal reservation for women in jobs, and I think I am in favor of giving reservation to women. If the purpose of reservation is affirmative action, then I think women also need that. The affirmative action. I am in also
Tell
for.
me 3 things, 3 points or arguments why reservation to women should not be given.
Not be given. Ma'am, women from all the castes or the communities have not been subjugated equally. When we go, the lower caste, the status of women in the lower caste will be significantly different from the status of women from the upper caste. So I think that is one reason. The other thing is against the reservation itself, all kinds of reservation. Merit-based system should be there, but there should be hand holding by the government at the levels of capacity building in the education or in the skill sector, but at not providing jobs where we compromise the merit. So it is a general point against reservation, but it applies to the women reservation also. These are the things I can think about.
You can think about 2.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, tell me what you are more comfortable at, India or Bharat?
I'm more comfortable. If I had to choose, then I will go for Bharat. It signifies more of our tradition, of our history. It came from the Bharat tribe, which is mentioned in the Rig Veda. So it is more close to us, more original. It was not given to us by Greek. Greek said that India is Indica. They addressed us that, and the term India was given by the Britishers. Personally, I will go for Bharat.
Personally, you will go for Bharat.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So there is also a policy which is currently in debate. One nation, one election.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you support it?
Ma'am, I'm currently I'm two-minded about it, and there are some points that I support, but there are certain points that I do not support. For example, in support, I think that it will save a lot of expenditure which we incur in the elections. The government is always on populism mode. Every time there is a polarization that is taking place due to the elections, and there are also problems due to the frequent imposition of model code of conduct. So these are the things that will change if one nation one election bill comes. But on the other hand, we can see that the local level issues will be shadowed by the national level issues. So the regional political parties will suffer. I do not want them to suffer. I want our democracy to be healthy and multiple voices to be heard. So I think there is a need for a middle ground opinion.
So, but if you have to decide then, if supposedly the last decision is in your hand,
Yes,
whether
ma'am.
to apply this policy or not,
Yes,
what
ma'am.
will you decide?
I will decide to apply it. It is in overall the positives outweigh the negatives in my opinion. So I will
You will
apply
apply
it.
it.
Yes, ma'am.
2 things that you will do to counter the negatives.
Counter the negatives. The main point of contention from the opposition parties is that their voices will be stifled as when the national issues will come along, and if there is something along the border and entire media, they allege that the media will be just focusing on that issue and the local issues will be. We can give them support. We can give political parties the necessary funding. The government. If I was in the position of government, we need to have some support to the political parties that do not get much of the funding, but they have a certain eligibility, that like they have certain vote percentage or are recognized parties. So we can fund their campaigns so that their voices are also heard and the local things can also be highlighted. The second thing I can do is I'd like to take a moment to think about it.
Okay. Thank you, Shubham.
Okay, ma'am.
So, you can go out to politics.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Can I sit down?
Oh, please.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. So, how did you feel? Like, what were your positives and what were your negatives? What you could gauge?
No, I was really couldn't answer any of the sir's questions about mathematics, but I can't blame myself. It has been a lot of time. I have not been in touch with maths. I have not brushed it up, but I will do some things to brush it up. Yes, sir. Other things that there was a period in between where I was very nervous or tense. I think I should have done better there. I think these are the things that I can see, but overall, I think I did well enough.
Okay, yes, you did well enough.
Yes, sir.
But we would like you to improve on certain points.
Yes.
Because you have the potential of getting 200 plus.
Okay.
You have the potential.
Yes.
When you have from a humble background to IIT makes you to scoring and then coming to interview process.
Yes.
You have done fairly well.
Yes.
So firstly, when you are speaking, you have to make a correct choice of words.
Okay.
So once you said, I can give you the data, it's a formal conversation.
Okay.
Ma'am, if I may put the data.
Okay. Sure.
It's not a conversation between friends, it's a conversation between the board and a candidate.
Yes, sir.
So once you said, can I have a second? Ma'am, may I have a second?
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So your respect towards the board should be dripping.
Okay. Sure.
That it should not be scarce, it should be optimal.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Can you understand?
Yes, ma'am. I'm able to understand.
The choice of words have to be very sincere.
Okay.
Then a little bit more sincerity while answering. Formal way of conversation will increase your noise because you are able to answer, you know the content.
Okay, ma'am.
So you are firstly you are using a lot of words. बहुत सारी शब्दों का इस्तेमाल करके हम आंसर करें. You will get the recording and you will watch it.
Okay.
You could have answered many questions in just half the words.
Okay.
To the point. Means वाले format से बाहर आना.
Yes, ma'am.
हो गया means.
Yes, sir. I understand.
अब एकदम interview वाले mode में direct to the point.
Yes, ma'am.
And when you were answering the questions, IIT, NDA, जब सब पूछ रहे थे, it appeared as if IIT and NDA cannot solve the nation. You want to solve the nation, that's why I want to come to this research.
Okay.
My the colleagues of my father suggested, my friend suggested for engineering. I don't
Bias.
know. हाँ.
अच्छा सर,
Bias.
ठीक है
ठीक हो गया.
ओके
You have to be sure that they also serve the nation, but I wanted that diversity.
यस मैम ओके
Nobody serves the nation more than the defense force.
yes ma'am, I highlighted that they serve only in one capacity, but here I can serve more directly at the grassroots level.
So this answer to this question should have been more realistic. ठीक है.
Okay,
अभी आपने what ma'am is saying, I want to serve the nation. तो वहाँ पे तो ज़्यादा सर्व होता है.
yes
So
sir,
your answer was not logic,
okay sir,
right?
I'll formulate it better sir.
Yeah.
Yes. Because you said talent will be better utilized there. This means
No, okay ma'am, I understand there are
whatever
nuances.
we are saying
Yes,
and whatever meaning it is making, you
Okay.
have to understand both.
Sure, I will.
Your patience in listening can be increased.
Okay,
Once or twice you interrupted the board.
okay,
Then continue with the question. So there are some board members who have direct question.
yes ma'am,
Some board members formulate the question.
okay,
It happens there also.
okay,
So for them you have to have patience. Let them finish.
okay, sure,
This is also a test of your patience. They are listening it.
yes ma'am,
And so again, choice of words. So you said ruling. The ruling states the ruling. Rather than looking to the
the word. Okay ma'am,
रिजर्वेशन के ऊपर थोड़ी सी क्लैरिटी और वुमेन वाला अच्छा था
okay,
बट SC/ST रिजर्वेशन के दौरान द क्लैरिटी वाज अ लिटिल लेस. इट कुड हैव बीन आर्टिकुलेटेड और सेट अ लिटिल बेटर.
okay ma'am,
जब आपने ग्वालियर और वाराणसी वाला डिफरेंस बताया
yes ma'am,
थोड़ा सा और पॉइंट हो सकता है.
I'll prepare
अच्छा
more.
बताया.
Yes ma'am,
अच्छा,
yes ma'am,
लेकिन पॉइंट वाइज सर देयर आर two similarities, two differences.
okay ma'am,
One, two.
yes,
It shows your organized behavior.
okay,
कॉन्फिडेंस जब एक दो क्वेश्चन नहीं आए तो ब्रिप करके आवाज धीरे हो गई.
yes ma'am,
कम हुई लेकिन हुई.
okay,
स्माइल मेंटेन रही
yes ma'am,
लेकिन वो आवाज में वो आ रहा था. और जब भी आप कोई क्वेश्चन आ रहा था ना आप क्वेश्चन के साथ साथ रिपीट कर रहे थे.
okay, I didn't realize that.
the video you realize.
Okay ma'am,
मैंने पूछा कोई सवाल पूछा मैंने मुझे इकोनॉमिक डिफेंस. Then you started.
okay ma'am. I can be silent about it. I was saying it to myself, so I
Yes,
think
yes,
I can.
You buying time,
Okay ma'am, yes, ma'am.
but it's not a very good thing.
Sure ma'am, I'll work
From
on
an
it.
interview perspective. Right? And when you were saying I was two-minded, where was it two-minded? You can say, I'm yet undecided about it.
Okay,
Two-minded have a negative one.
the lack of better word I said.
Yes,
that,
choice of words. So this, you see, that's why I'm pointing out specifically
sure ma'am,
where your choice of words have been there. So you use the political party, Yadavs, upper caste, lower caste. You have to be actually competitions taken so called upper caste, so called lower caste.
okay ma'am,
Some communities may benefit. Rather than mentioning the community,
sure,
it's better to have until and unless they specifically ask.
okay ma'am,
Maybe we should.
I'll try to avoid that.
Yes.
Okay.
Apart from that, everything was very good. In your poem, Veerras,
Yes ma'am,
Veerras, कितना भी आपको चेहरा body.
okay ma'am, while reciting the poem. Yes, sure ma'am,
It should depict.
yes ma'am,
वो सौंदर्य रस की तरह नहीं आप कर सकते.
अच्छा ma'am, ठीक समझ गया मैं, समझ गया.
उसको क्या जो दंतहीन विषहीन निरा सरल हो, एक थोड़ा सा लाइन जो सुनाई ना आपने, तो उसमें एक थोड़ा सा गड़बड़ था.
सर विष रहित विनीत सरल हो, विनीत
उसको क्या जो दंतहीन क्षमा शोभती उस वजन को जिसके पास गरल हो, उसको क्या जो दंतहीन विषहीन निरा सरल हो.
अच्छा,
देख लेना एक बार.
श्योर सर, आई विल रीड इट.
आंखों में चमक, जैसे मैडम कह रही हैं, रीड तो
वीर का तो वीर जैसे दिखने चाहिए ना फिर.
हाँ सर,
एकदम
you're right.
चेहरे पे होंगे.
यस,
ठीक है.
ठीक है मैम.
Apart from that, you have been an excellent candidate in a high potential to score. That's why I have pointed out very specific points.
Okay ma'am, I will definitely work upon them.
You have good potential to score good.
Yes ma'am.
Best wishes. You have been calm, composed, you know the content,
Yes, ma'am.
you have it in you,
Yes, ma'am.
you have a good background,
Yes, ma'am.
you were able to answer most of the questions and maintain a dignified facial expression most of the time.
Okay.
But your choice of words can be improved
Yes, ma'am.
and a little bit of formality in your conversation.
Sure, ma'am. Sure, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Best wishes.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.